my god, I think that will go down as the best pay-per-view, one of the best pay-per-views of all time. The most memorable one of the past 5-6 years. Holy crap. We had the matches was every match was great, fantastic. Charlotte and Rhea surprised everyone. It almost is so fun to watch in that ring, that big dominating figure. And we're gonna get YouTubers review Money in the Bank 2021. What a pay-per-view. And this is if WWE is setting out in this direction, the fans are returning, Raw's even gonna be good. That's how good and how confident I am in WWE programming. We got the elitist, the elitist. Best wrestler, one of the best wrestling YouTubers. Mate, he's creeping up on Planet Productions as well. I tell you what, that gap's getting closer. Joseph Collins, non-stop wrestling chat, and wrestling by Wallbridge, all on for this Money in the Bank preview. So shout out to all you guys. And tell you what, normally we start in order of the card, but we're gonna flip the script. The Elitist summed up this main event, Roman Reigns versus Edge, so well. I'm just going to leave you play back. So get your popcorn, get your snacks, subscribe, 350, come on, we're 10 away. And just sit back, close your eyes and listen to the Elitist sum up this main event. Everything he says is spot on.
We look back on WWE and pro wrestling as a whole in 2021. This main event for Money in the Bank 2021 is going to, I dare say, be remembered near enough at the top of everyone's minds as far as just what we think about with wrestling. Because what we saw from the moment the Reigns and Edge video package began, right through until the show went off the air with CENA posing on the second rope as Reigns was looking irate, everything in that 55-minute block was what wrestling should be. Everything about that was amazing. Crowd on the edge of their seats or standing up, actively engaged, screaming, cheering the face, booing the heel out of the building. It was just a brilliant reaction. That was just, the crowd made this incredible. Just the match itself, the two wrestlers involved. You got the character of the tribal god. You've got Edge, who's been robbed of his one-on-one match because of Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. Now he gets his one-on-one match finally. This could be his last ever chance to win the championship. Reigns, he's the condescending head of the table. He won't take any crap from Edge. He'll beat him down for 20 minutes like he did. This match, the only complaints I'm really seeing is some people saying, it dragged on too long. Okay, tough. I'll happily sit there and watch 15 minutes of Reigns, in an entertaining way, clobbering Edge, and Edge, the, underdog babyface, fighting back into the match and making an epic comeback. That's all good. Okay, this match just, my God, dude. If you haven't seen this, I implore you to watch this, okay? The match is awesome. The last 10 minutes especially, dude. This last 10 minutes was just, if I'm going to show a non-wrestling fan 5 to 10 minutes of just wrestling, I'm showing them probably, in the past decade, probably this. This had everything, dude. You've got Reigns and Edge, two basically action movie stars, essentially, two legitimate main event superstars, beating each other, just senseless. You got face versus heel dynamic. Eventually, Rollins rushes in from the crowd. You've got the Mysterios and the Usos out there again. They're getting all involved. Then Rollins comes back down for the second time, distracts Edge. Reigns hits him with a spear. 1, 2, 3. Reigns wins. Edge and Rollins go off punching each other. Paul Heyman's like, here's your mic, Roman. Roman goes, it's time for the world to acknowledge me. And then you hear the trumpet sound. Cena makes his entrance. Can I say, commentary for this was genuinely, it wasn't Jim Ross in his prime, but this was pretty damn close. McAfee had a genuine reaction. Michael Cole's screaming was bloody fantastic. Cena comes out. The crowd, the pop Cena got for this was one of the loudest pops I can ever recall. That is up there with Edge's return at the Rumble. That's up there with Austin at Backlash 2000. Austin at the first Raw of 99. That one is a legendary pop. That's one of the all-time great pops for a return and just WWE in general. Cena came out and the crowd, absolutely, the roof blew off, dude. It was nuts. Cena's bouncing back and forth in the ropes. He throws his hat. He does his poses. Does his "you can't see me" to Roman. Just, dude, so sick. So sick, yeah. So it's been an honor reviewing this match. Just incredible. Everything about this is what aspiring wrestlers should watch. This is what you should watch. Don't watch NXT TakeOver if you want to be an aspiring wrestler. Watch this. This is what will get you where you want to be. So sick.
This match had everything. What are you saying? Right, we start off, right? Obviously, it did drag a bit, but that's for being very nitpicky, right? That last 10, 20 minutes, that sport, everything we love about sports entertainment, culminated in one match. But, this match was robbed from us at WrestleMania by Daniel Bryan. Even though that match was insanely good, this was God tier. Match of the year, in my opinion. 10 out of 10, without a question. It felt like an attitude, you had it all kicking off. Roman dominating. Then he got speared through the barricade. Even though he had to spear, missed through the barricade. Then he got speared again. Ref got knocked out. In come the Usos. The Mysterios. Boom, boom. Two of the best tag teams. Like, father and son fight their twin brothers. The Bloodline versus one of the most iconic last names in wrestling history. Mysterio. Oh, boom. Edge. He looks like he's gonna win it. He's so close. He literally gets him in count 3, but there's no ref to count it. And who comes out? My guy, Seth Rollins. The short he did win Money in the Bank. He said he deserved the shot, not Edge, who went away for 2 months. He stayed. He beat Cesaro. He came back. He earned that spot. And they'll take it away from him. And, history runs deep. The alliance is still there with Seth and Roman. Seth, bang, takes out Edge. And after the match, Edge, Rollins brawling throughout the arena. That's a dream match everyone to see. And then, Roman, acknowledge me, crowd. All you hear is, boom, boom, boom. John Cena is back. Just the crowd erupted up there. That is generally, like the Elite said, the biggest pop since Edge returned at the Rumble. Oh my god, it's a pleasure to see him back. And he's on Raw tonight. What the I love it. That pop, and all he had to do was that. That's all he needed to get me hooked. Get me hooked in. All he had to do was, you can't see me. 10 out of 10. That's really the best possible way to end a pay-per-view. Wow. Like, Drew vs. Sheamus, I believe the main event of WrestleMania 37, and Sasha Banks vs. Bianca Belair. Those 3 matches are the only 10 out of 10 matches so far on the thing. And this is in there. For number 4, Roman, my guy. Fair play to Elitas, he summed it up perfectly. I could have just put that as the video, honestly. Wow. Like, that's what wrestling should be. That is the pinnacle of wrestling. That's what every main event at the pay-per-view should be like. Big fight feel. Crowd was loving it. Red hot. So yeah, let's get into the other matches. Last second, Anthony rated at wrestling. Go subscribe to him. What a guy. He's as I was about to read this video, he's come and sent me his thing, and he's reviewed the Charlotte and Rhea Ripley match. And he makes some good points. I do agree, it was their best match they've had so far by a mile. And that storyline of Rhea can't beat Charlotte Flair. She's very close, but never good enough. So yeah, listen to what Anthony has to say.
Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair was a good match. It was the best match they've had. Again, Rhea Ripley cannot seem to defeat Charlotte Flair. She would tap out to the figure 8 with a tremendous arch, from Charlotte Flair. Now, the problem with me with this match is that they announced Becky Lynch was going to be there, so it took away from the performers in the ring with the fans chanting, "We want Becky" the whole time. So it wasn't the smartest idea for them to do that, but the match was good. It was probably the second, maybe third best match on the show. Probably put it behind Money in the Bank, men's, and Roman versus Edge. Very, very solid match. Love the spot where she slammed Rhea's head against the ring post when she put her knee in the steel steps. That was great stuff. Really enjoyed this matchup. Charlotte Flair gets the win. She's champion once again, the 14th reign for her. It's pretty interesting. I mean, you're either with it or you're against it. I'm okay with it now. It'll be interesting to see what happens next. They kind of trolled us at the ending of the match when they kind of, waited a while with the camera on Charlotte as she asked for somebody to open the ropes for her, thinking Becky was going to come out. WWE trolled us big time. She didn't come out, but it was a good match. Third best match on the show. No Becky Lynch, and I think that kind of hurt it overall because of the fans and you kind of waiting for her to come out.
Let's just do the matches I haven't got a review from. So this is going to be my opinion. Charlotte Flair vs. Rhea Ripley. This match surprised everyone. Everyone was, I can't be arsed. I cannot care about this match. Fed up of seeing these two for the billionth time. So what do? They go, critics, shush. Bang! Give them 25 minutes or so, or however long the match was. I felt like 25 minutes. And they put on a banger. The finish. So many near falls. Charlotte flipped Rhea's finisher move into the DDT. You know, the big boot didn't do it. The natural selection off the top rope couldn't do it. Charlotte was on the verge of breaking. And this told the story of anything. It's like, well, you know, they had to really pull out all the stomps. You know what I mean? Quite literally all the curb stomps. And Charlotte wins. And deservedly so. At the end of the match, I was clapping. Because I thought, and the crowd was too. The crowd got so invested into this by the end. And I was like, yeah, I tell you what, you do deserve it. You literally, you won the match. Like, you know, the way the match went, how good you was in that match. You deserve that championship from that match. Fair play. Fair play. And now, we have men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Very good. 9 out of 10. So many fun spots, right? Straight away, you know, Seth Rollins gets smashed by Riddle, which is like ironic. You had the ricochet of John Morrison. What are they made of? Morrison did some like crossbody off the ladder. Ricochet jumped off the ladder, did the biggest somersault off the top rope then I've ever seen. Kevin Owens getting powerbomb through the ladder was great. You know, we told the story of Seth and John Morrison arguing who was the king of drip. You know, you had the drip sticks when he got, you know, Nakamura got blasted with the drip stick. You just had that everyone brawl it. Oh, it was just sort of fun match. Big E, the big ending off the top of the ladder was Riddle hitting RKOs to everyone. He chucked the guy off the ladder, but Randy Orton's taught him well. Oh, chef's kiss that match. 9 out of 10, not quite 10 out of 10, but the pop Big E got, I didn't think he'd get that big of a reaction. But that reaction Big E got shows to me and everyone else he is ready for that main event scene. Everyone is there for it. He's been built up for a while now. He is ready to go in that same likes of Drew, CENA, Edge, Roman, Lashley, Seth. You know, he's ready to go into that upper echelon of WWE now. And also that story's there for him. You know, Bobby battered Kofi. You know, New Day brother, you know, sneak up, cash in, perfect. Yeah, wow. Short cards, well, I'm trying to think. Yeah, so those are, men's Money in the Bank, 9 out of 10. Charlotte Flair vs Rhea Ripley is going to surprise you. I'm giving this quite a high one. 9 out of 10 for the woman. And let's get into the matches that we've got other YouTubers on to review. Kicking it off with Barry from Non-Stop Wrestling Chat. We're talking about the tag team match between Viking Raiders and AJ and Omos.
Hi guys, my name's Barry from Non-Stop Wrestling Chat. Big thanks to Dan for having me on his channel and giving me a match to review on Money in the Bank. So I've got the Viking Raiders versus AJ and Omos. AJ and Omos get the win here. Out of 10, I'm going to give this a 5.5 stars. It was okay, you know what I mean? It wasn't going to be a show stealer, it was just there. If it was me personally, I would have put this on the pre-show and replaced this one with the Usos and Mysterio because it had some story more, but it worked well. You had almost playing the kind of character of the big man, the Viking Raiders, try to keep him out by beating AJ Styles in their corner, then almost comes in, does his thing, becomes the big monster, and then obviously they end up getting the win. But it was never going to steal the show. It was an okay match. It was probably the lowest point, the worst match in the show. But yeah, it was okay. Nothing special. And I do like almost playing that kind of giant gimmick, big guy that he's doing, and AJ being the kind of small kind of guy. I do enjoy that, but it wasn't even really anything special. Like I say, it's 5.5 out of 10.
AJ Omos, yeah, I agree. Fun match, 7 out of 10. You know, Omos, he saved it for me, Omos. He's brilliant. He is so good. That big, giant man who can do unthinkable things. Viking Raiders had some cool spots. Fun match, quick pace. You know, it's what it needed to be in there. It's what it needed to be. And yeah, so I agree with Barry. It was decent. It wasn't the best match on the show, no, but let's get into the WWE Championship match. First time Joseph Collins on the channel. Give him a warm welcome. Subscribe to him. What a channel he's got. And he's talking about Kofi vs Bobby Lashley.
DWE, Dan Williams, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a good one out there. See what my thoughts on last night's WWE title match with Kofi Kingston and Bobby Lashley. Well, I got it for you right here. I thought that it was a really good booked match because it made Bobby Lashley look like an absolute beast. Kofi Kingston legitimately got zero offense on Bobby Lashley, which is what I like because, let's face it, no one in their mind thought that Kofi Kingston was going to win the WWE Championship, so I'm glad they booked it this way, with Bobby Lashley absolutely demolishing Kofi Kingston at Money in the Bank, and this should bring out Big E to get revenge for him and cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase on Bobby Lashley.
Right, you got to feel sorry for Kofi Kingston. Oh, I really want him to have like a good force. He's a really good World Championship challenger, but Bobby means business again. Right before SummerSlam, you know, is Goldberg gonna be the one to take him out? Lashley is unstoppable at the moment. Let's see if this domination run can continue for Lashley. Now, let's get in. So for me, I'm giving this a 7 out of 10. It told a good story, fun story, you know, and that makes Lashley look like a really strong character. Let's get in to the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. This match was fire. And we got wrestling with Woolridge. He's so in-depth. It's like a Sky Sports analyst, honestly. Really in-depth analysis here. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this one as we see out Money in the Bank.
Everyone, massive thanks for Dan for having me on the channel. So, the Women's Money in the Bank match. It was good. Nothing too spectacular, but it was definitely a solid opener for sure, I thought. It did start off quite slow, with sort of two women being in the ring at one time. Not too much of a fan of that, but it definitely picked up as the match progressed, I thought. I definitely thought most of the women got a good chance to shine in this match. I really liked Natalya, who acted as that experienced veteran who always prevented anyone from climbing the ladder. Tamina was the powerhouse in the match, who dominated in certain spells. I really liked Vega and Morgan, who seemed like those opportunists who always took advantage of certain situations to almost win the match. And we had Alexa Bliss, who, you know, she was Alexa Bliss. I think she was just trying to use the Force at the beginning, so that was weird, but never mind. Yeah, it wasn't too exciting, not too many high-risk offense, apart from Nikki Ash's dive from the ladder. I really like the powerbomb spot from Naomi, where she powerbombs, I think it was Liv Morgan, onto Zelina Vega, who was laid out on a ladder. That was a great moment. Not too many dramatic moments either. I like the spot where Vega was on the back of Natalya. She climbed to the top of the ladder and Vega almost reached that briefcase. Didn't quite get there. The crowd popped big for that one. And I thought the finish worked really well with the unpredictable nature of the match. So I think they had laid out Alexa Bliss early on underneath a pile of ladders, which was cool. And then 6 of the women had climbed up the ladders to reach for the briefcase. But then here comes Nikki Cross, who rises above them all and unhooks the briefcase, and she wins the match. Yeah, pretty cool finish. As I said, it was unpredictable. I think no one knew for certain who was going to win this one. Quite happy with Nikki Ash, to be honest. It'll be cool to see where she can go from here. So, yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. But, yeah, solid opener for sure.
Speaking facts, I'm giving it an 8 out... I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Because, I tell you what, it had loads of storytelling. Natalya was the MVP of this match. She's taking everyone out. Now, everyone played their parts perfectly. I like how it was very different to the men's. So the men's was more big spots, more boom, boom, boom. This one was more storytelling, you know. You had this you had to see a very difference, which, you know, you don't see the same ladder match twice. You know, you had the cool powerbomb spot with Liv Morgan. And the ending was very clever. And the ending suited the person winning it. Nikki Ash, almost a superhero. No, you know, she done it a fluky way, but that's the whole thing. She gets it done. Like, you know, it was a really cool ending and a unique ending which we haven't seen in a long time in the Money in the Bank match. You know, they're all fighting. They're all distracted fighting. Nikki shoots up. And I tell you what, crowd's loving it. She's a good person to have the Money in the Bank briefcase. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Like, subscribe, you know the vibe. 350, come on, let's try push. 400, I want 500 by SummerSlam. You know, videos are getting consistent now. So let's get, subscribe, share with your mate, everyone. And I'll see you all thank you to everyone who come on. All their links will be in the description. I'll see you all in the next one.